But all I know is this. I saw Seth on a jet ski saying, I'm back, and he joins us on the Adam Gold Show. Nobody ever thought that you weren't going to be back, Seth, but I appreciate the creativity on the jet ski. Where was that lake?
That lake was Lake of the Woods in Ontario. It's about 2 hours east of beautiful Winnipeg at my buddy's cabin.
Lake of the Woods. That does sound lovely. Congratulations on the deal, man. How was your summer other than now having all the funds in place to pay off the Tiguan?
A little stressful. It was a lot of talking, phone calls and stuff like that, figuring out how different contracts work and what money deferred means. Right. But it was fun, and I'm glad I got sorted out so I can enjoy kind of the last few days.
I can't even fathom a stressed Seth Jarvis. What does Seth Jarvis do when he's stressed? Do you get a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? What happens?
I started going for walks, which was new. That was something I didn't think I'd ever do, but I just anything I could do to just kind of put in music and kind of clear my head and get away for a little bit in my own space. It really ended up helping me a lot, just kind of getting out of it all, because it does get a little stressful no matter who you are. So that was something I found helped.
Seth Jarvis becoming very relatable. Although, I mean, you're a down-to-earth kid anyway, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Talk to me. How's your shoulder feel? What did you do in this off season?
It's feeling pretty good. I mean, a lot of rehab, a lot of strengthening it to the best I could. So I'm really happy with where it's at right now. It's feeling good. It's feeling ready to go. So it's just a matter of time, just testing it out a little bit more in camp and seeing how it goes.
Seth Jarvis is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. At the end of every season, players process the way it ended differently. How long did it take you to get over I know, even though it wasn't necessarily sudden, it was a great comeback, but the way that Game 6 ended, how long did it take you to kind of put last season behind you?
Not over it. Don't worry. It's still sitting in my mind. It's something that I used kind of all summer to motivate me whenever it was getting, because summer was long, so it was getting a little boring. So I needed that to just kind of push me through it. And yeah, something that is still with me, because that was a tough way to end, especially with the team we had.
Did you guys talk about it at the Aho wedding in Finland?
No, that was the last thing we were going to bring up in a moment like that.
How was Finland? How did you like your trip?
I loved it. It was beautiful. I've never been to a wedding, never been to Finland, so I decided to kill two birds with one stone and crush them both out. So it was definitely a lot of fun. They treated me so well there and included me in everything, which I really appreciated.
You'd never been to a wedding? Really?
No, that was my first one.
Very nice. That's again, two birds with one stone. Seth Jarvis is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. All right, you played a lot with Sebastian last year. What do you like about playing with him?
I love how competitive he is. We definitely show it in different ways, but he is such a competitor that I think it matches me really well, just in terms of getting pucks out. He never wants to lose a battle, which I always appreciate, especially with how skilled he is. He doesn't need to do that, but the fact he does that is what makes him special. So I think just being able to know, no matter what, every shift I have a guy that's going to come in there and compete in battle with me makes it so much more fun. He
doesn't yell at you anymore, does he?
No, are you kidding me? I'm the first guy he yells at.
It's funny because I have a pretty good relationship with Eric Cole, and Cole used to talk about playing with Rod Brindamour, and goes, "You do your job. I don't want to have to do my job and your job." And he got on him right away. What did you learn from him?
So much. I think the biggest thing was just how we're basically just a work ethic takes you. I mean, if you see him in practice, he's always working on little stuff, and then it translates to games. So just watching somebody like that is one of the best players in the world, and that he's still so dialed in and working on every part of his game, I think makes it really easy for someone like me to come in there and do those extra reps and do that extra work just to sometimes, or at some point, hopefully get to that level. So I think just him leading by example. He doesn't even really have to say much to anybody or to me, just by watching him and the way he conducts himself and handles himself at the rink, I think really pushes everyone around him.
What was the role? Seth Jarvis is joining us here, number 24 for the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll talk about the T-shirt later. How big a factor was Rod Brindamour? Not like getting involved in the negotiation, but the fact that he's the coach, the only coach you've played for here, and the way he approaches the game and his team and his players. How big a factor was that for you in deciding that this is where you wanted to be here for a long time?
Definitely a big factor. I mean, who wouldn't want to play for that guy? And to have the opportunity to play for him for a few more years definitely was enticing. And I think just the fact that he, like you said, I came in with him, and so he kind of has seen me from the very beginning and knows how to coach me, knows what works and what doesn't. And I think that's the biggest thing for me if I want to improve my development, especially develop quicker, is having someone that knows how to communicate with me, knows how to bring the best out of me, and that's definitely what he does.
What do you want to get better at?
Everything. I mean, if we're getting into specifics, I mean, I think with Rod especially, face-offs is always huge, and that's something that I think I can help the team out just being a righty, and that's something I need to work on. So in that aspect, just getting better there. But for the most part, it's just all around. I think it's pretty easy to say you want to be better offensively or whatever, but I think just becoming a better finisher, if I am playing with Aho or whoever I'm playing with, just finishing on chances that they create and being able to capitalize, I think goes a long way. And that's something that can be really valuable. So something I want to keep improving on and keep working on.
I think you and I talked, I don't know how many times we talked last year, but we talked about when you were playing with Jordan Staal and Rod Brindamour, how you enjoyed that. It almost, I don't know, I guess it kind of freed you up to just go, just be like an attacking, defensive-minded player. It created offensive opportunities.
Exactly, yeah. Having those two guys on the ice, I felt pretty comfortable in my own end, knowing that I had two amazing players to kind of bail me out if I ever messed up. So having that in the back of my head, like I said, really did free me up offensively and just all over the ice, just being comfortable with if I make a mistake that I have guys that are going to bail me out.
What was your first impression of Rod Brindamour as a coach?
Intense. I mean, I think my the first call I had with him after I got drafted, he told me I had to earn it, and that this was just the beginning of a lot of hard work, and he was definitely right. Coming into camp, I had to earn everything I've gotten, and it's still going that way. So I think just intense and definitely honest. He never lied to me, never tried to fool me in any way, and was always straightforward.
Couple of more quick things. What was the moment like when he told you made the team?
Oh, I mean, very scary because I think he announced it when we were in Seattle and I was in the middle of the team.
Right.
And we were stretching around. He announced and I was standing in the middle, so a little nerve-wracking. But I just remember calling my parents after and breaking down just because that was something I've worked so hard for and everyone's dream. So it was definitely a special moment.
All right. Who was the toughest player to practice against?
I think Jacob Slavin would be everyone's answer.
What makes it difficult? I mean, I think we can all guess at the obvious, but what makes it difficult to practice against him?
I mean, he's got it all. Like he's big, he's strong, he moves really well, he's smart, and he knows how to use his stick and kind of give lanes and take lanes away. And so, I mean, it seems like a near impossible task, but it's something that I really enjoy. And I know if I can once in a while beat him, that I'll be set up pretty good for when we play other teams.
Yeah, he is as good as they come with the stick. I personally have never seen anybody better using his stick defensively. All right, final thing, the T-shirt. The Seth holding a bag of money. Gosh, I saw that, I looked at it, I don't know for how long, but I laughed so hard. How'd you get it? And you know that, and I know that you've approved. They're going to use it to raise a bunch of money. So, who sent you that shirt?
So I was playing in a charity golf tournament in Winnipeg, and I showed up, and I was supposed to do like a kind of a question and answer at the end of it. and they presented me with that shirt, and I thought it was hilarious. I didn't think it would take off as big as it did. But yeah, it kind of exploded a little bit and got around. But I'm just super, super, super glad that that's being used for a good cause and that's being used for charity, because that's something I want to definitely get a hand in and more. And that's just it's a funny way, but it's a good way to kind of get that all started.
Oh my gosh, it is absolutely awesome! A great T-shirt. Seth, I'm thrilled for you. I'm thrilled for Hurricanes fans who get a chance to watch you for at least another 8 years. I'll see you down at the rink as training camp gets underway. Appreciate your time. Congratulations again, man.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Adam.
You got it. I'll talk to you soon.